Well, more than 100 Palestinians were killed after Israeli soldiers and tanks fired on a crowd of thousands waiting for aid. Israel said that its forces fired at the crowd after aid trucks were stormed. A convoy of 30 lorries carrying Egyptian aid was making its way north along the humanitarian corridor when it was surrounded by civilians with people climbing onto the trucks. Find out what really happened in our next report.
Gaza health authorities said more than 100 Palestinians were fatally shot by Israeli forces as they waited for an aid delivery on Thursday. In this graphic video obtained by Reuters, Gazans can be seen carrying the injured and the bodies of the dead on donkey carts. The White House called the reports a serious incident. We mourn the loss of innocent life and recognise the dire humanitarian situation in Gaza, where innocent Palestinians are just trying to feed their families, a White House National Security Council statement said. The largest single loss of civilian lives in weeks in Gaza came as the overall death toll passed 30,000 people in nearly 5 months of conflict, according to Palestinian health officials. Medical teams said they were unable to cope with the volume and severity of the injuries from Thursday's incident, with dozens of wounded taken to the Al-Shifa hospital, which is only partially operational after Israeli raids. In another video, bodies and the wounded are piled onto what is said to be an aid truck. Reuters was able to verify the location, but not when it was filmed. UN Aid Chief Martin Griffiths said he was appalled at the reported killings and injuries. At Kamal Adwan Hospital, this witness, who didn't give his name, said people found out aid would be delivered to the Nabulsi area and headed there.
Then, at 5 minutes to 4, we were surprised by Israeli tanks that came out and opened fire on people randomly and directly. Immediately afterwards, all we found were martyrs, the injured and the wounded, scattered on the ground in a chaotic and horrifying manner. This is my brother who went to bring food for his children. He was injured, trying to get a living.
Aid deliveries to northern Gaza have been rare and chaotic, passing through more active military zones, to an area where the UN says many people are starving. Israel has challenged the reported death toll in Thursday's incident. Its military released this video it said showed people crowding round aid trucks. A military official said dozens were injured or killed by being trampled or run over. He said some of the people who rushed the convoy approached Israeli forces, including a tank, which then opened fire. US President Joe Biden, asked if he thought the incident would complicate truce talks taking place in Qatar, said, "I know it will." Hamas warned in a statement those efforts, which are aimed at securing a ceasefire and hostage release, could now be jeopardized. The war in Gaza began when Hamas sent fighters into Israel on October 7th, killing around 1,200 people and seizing 253 hostages, according to Israeli tallies. The office of Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas said he, quote, condemned the ugly massacre conducted by the Israeli occupation army this morning.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.